something crazy.
NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that comes into the game wishing there was more on the line, but the reality is they're just playing out the string at this point. Still, despite their disappointing season, you can be sure they'll be giving it their all here. It's the Cardinals going up against the Vikings. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, in 2 years' time, it will host Super Bowl 52. You get a look inside the impressive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on 10 between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Peterson alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him here. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey,
Leopard! Leopard!
On second down, here's Hill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by... So out now come the Cardinals. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Ohio! You got tight. You got tight right there.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
The first carry down. This is Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And certainly one of the mainstays in this offense is the crafty veteran Elfitz.
Love the way you phrased it, crafty. This guy knows how to get open and catch the football.
Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
Check 13.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, bro.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Tight right. Go up there, check the outside there.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Taylor, first down. Screen play, Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, though?
You're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Ellington, his first carry. And he's going to fight his his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. He's got 6 DBs out there. Now Taylor, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. So their hope is that last mistake is the only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I never bet against him.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Dale Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
And the Cardinals, they try out their dime package for 3rd down. Now Jones. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time, and that brings up 4th down. Now the 4th-year man, Jeff Locke, on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
190. Right there.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up 1st downs.
It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Come on, let's go.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chain.
Let's go.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes is Minnesota. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback. But sometimes there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, oh, guys, let's shake things up and let's go. Because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it up. That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop his shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
Second down now after the incompletion. Peterson alone in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Taylor will throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice pick up there at 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now you understand why part of Tyrod Taylor's nickname is Mobile. He led the AFC quarterbacks in rushing in 2000.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Robinson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the back goes into motion.
White, London. Flex round. Flex round.
Check 4.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
mindset.
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Maybe expecting a throw. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Again, before that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now it's Taylor. Right side, Gresham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Tight, watch that.
Ohio!
Shit,
Ohio! Ohio!
That's a West.
Here we go!
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level play.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this one.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Tight on the left. Move.
Here we go!
They run again with Peterson. They'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down now following the run.
Here we go! What?
Throwing Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the 2nd rounder, Mackenzie Alexander. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it up, they're not saying that. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say husky.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Single.
Ohio! Come on,
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Tries for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They've got the lead last time. think's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And now off to the races down the right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. Out comes Minnesota. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
10 yards still left on second down.
Let's go. 190. 190. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A beautiful fake. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Ohio. Here we go.
On third down, Taylor. And finding Pruitt. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Here we go. Ohio.
And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So give him 3 there. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So the D-line's going to spread out. They start the drive with Peterson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Come on, let's go. Red 38. Ohio.
Now Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help in the contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped in the contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Ohio!
Check it backer.
Let's go!
On 2nd down, Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brian Robinson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Stop right there.
Here we go! One, two!
From the gun, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A solid pick up of 15 sets him up 1st and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication.
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
This will be caught at about the 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with the tempo. Taylor will throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. It's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, putting in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? You get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Flex round! Flex round!
They dropped it throw. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. When you go to the sideline, the chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too bad.
It's a balancing act. for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ohio!
Tighten up.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Taylor, able to hit, jarred loose. It's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it's 3rd and short.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Come on, let's go!
Taylor now, throw on 3rd down. He's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Sharif Floyd in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. Great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the 1st half to expand that lead.
And that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or a big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Peterson alone in the backfield. They'll get the football here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll throw now on the final play. Finding time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we got guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, Johnson. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Fresh set of downs here.
Ohio! Switch gears. Let's go! 190! 190! Right there.
For the shotgun, it's Taylor. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard. Flat on his back. Brian Robinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They come out 5 wide, through to the right side. Taylor eluding that. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see.
Ohio!
Taylor. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Called a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. Here's Peterson and begin on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nate Lawson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is will he be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
Let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Gotta be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And it is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense, though? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, picked out. And a good turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out comes Minnesota. And last drive through it out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make it first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Fielded at the 33. Great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go!
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
You got tight right there. Let's go!
Out of the guards, Taylor. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now Taylor. Dumping it off for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Ohio!
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go!
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But you see the first safety on that play, knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyrod Taylor, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And he's able to put it through. Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Heck of a move. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's AP, Adrian Peterson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
We got 4. Let's go!
Time running out here on the play clock. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Tight left, tight left. Hey. 4 down. Let's go! Run 30, flex round!
Throwing Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Here we go!
Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked, and they may score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
saying?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
They come up in an
Let's
offset
go.
out.
Brand 38. Brand 38. You don't want it.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, Peterson given free on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. Control the clock, control the ball.
And on his first carry, he loses the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan. Thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited it the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a second and 13 now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Johnson on the counter. A strong running. Down to about the 22 here. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They come up to the offset out. Here's Taylor. This is Johnson. He's got it. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. That's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Double tight, guys. Check safety.
35, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that where you get symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round.
Again, Peterson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Taken in at the 11. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. Underneath for Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! He's checking crack. Here we go!
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Flex round!
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Let's go!
But stacked on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score.
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people who are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can regroup and recover. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Second down following the incompletion.
Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose.
Ohio!
Here's the play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Watch 11, watch 11.
They'll run the option left. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Jeff Locke now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's tight right there, he's tight right there. Ohio!
They come out here on the eye. They begin the drive with Johnson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
Let's go!
And quickly, they get to the line. To throw is Taylor. Going up top. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Boy, people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
Come on, let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about no man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up to the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now the attack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run, first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And now they're in a hurry up. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They'll take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Flex round! Here we go!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Shift together here from the D-line. Pitch it out to Johnson. Fighting through. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Arizona, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everyone.